Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Craftmas, Day 5. Hopefully you're enjoying the series so far. If you are, then make sure to subscribe. But in today's episode we're going to be making our own wrapping paper, gift wrap, whatever it is you want to call it. Right, I have to admit at first that this episode didn't go to plan as I thought it would. And my idea was to create wrapping paper out of brown parcel paper, because I absolutely love brown parcel paper, and I was going to use acetone and do some acetone printing. I'll link that above and below as well, because I've done a tutorial on how to use acetone to print with, and for some reason with this paper it just does not work properly. It works a little bit, but everything's really kind of faint and crappy, and it was an absolute nightmare. A real nightmare. So I'm not using brown paper, but instead I'm going to be making some gift wrap out of just plain white paper, because I know this will work, and it'll be a little bit more boring and not ideal, not what I had in mind, but you know, sometimes you have to compromise, and this is what we're doing today. So yeah, so I've about lost my mind with this one, but all we're going to need for this first step is some plain white paper, and it obviously has to be white because the brown paper is not going to work, and some photocopies, and these are some drawings I've done myself, or you can steal some images from Google, whatever you fancy. And all we're going to do is print these onto this paper using our acetone. And I would usually use a cloth for this, but it's black ink, so it's really easy just to use a brush. And yeah, so it's dead easy just to use a brush and just to go around it. But again, you have to have a very specific printout, so make sure to watch my other video on how to do acetone printing, because you might get it wrong. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why go to all this effort to print on when you could probably just draw all of these on, and it would probably be a lot easier, and then you could use the brown paper too. And I had thought of that. The only problem is you can't get the same thing over and over again. I'll try drawing a bauble over and over again. I'm going to have 10 different baubles. Does it matter? Probably doesn't. Could I just go to the shop and buy a roll of wrapping paper for £1? Yep. What's happened to my brush? Oh my god, I just dissolved my paintbrush. No! Oh my god. Yeah, if you're using a synthetic brush, your brush might dissolve in the acetone. That's never happened to us before. You know, this wrapping paper idea is just completely me over. Right, give us 1 second while I get another paintbrush. Right, I'm back. It's destroyed one paintbrush. It can destroy another one. I can't believe that just happened. Right, I can't do that again. Right, hang on. Let's figure this out. I'll get the Christmas tree done. Yeah, basically what happened there, if you're kind of curious, is acetone will dissolve plastic and it'll get rid of kind of super glue and stuff. So what it's done is, I've used that brush before for acetone and I haven't washed it. So it's still soaked in acetone, and then I've reused it, and basically all the bristles have just dissolved. So I've ended up with a metal stump for a brush. So if you are going to do this, make sure to wash your brushes. Don't be lazy like me. Right. And you're going to do this over and over again with your printouts until you get what you want. But I realised because we're using white paper, it looks really, really boring. So what I want to do is I want to add some kind of like glittery things on, just so it looks a tiny, tiny bit better. And all you need for this is just some normal PVA glue and some glitter. And I'm just going to add some little dots. The thing is, last year I bought some wrapping paper and it was covered in glitter. And it just wouldn't stick, like none of the sellotape would stick to the wrapping paper. It was absolutely awful. It was the worst wrapping paper I've ever had. And it wasn't cheap either, it was quite expensive. It looked nice, but it was just so impractical. So let's recreate that and add glitter to our wrapping paper. And obviously you're going to want to wait probably about 24 hours for that glue to dry. But luckily I've done one beforehand, so I'll get that now. So once you're done, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. And I don't think it looks too bad. Does it look amazing? No. Was it worth it? Not really. But at least it's something handmade, it's something different, it's something unique. But I'll see if we can actually wrap something with it, because I've used quite a stiff paper. So I've got some dog toys that I bought them. Give us one sec. Like, how cute are these? I bought them off Amazon. And they're like little food things. They've got little faces on. I thought they were so cute. I don't know whether it's just me. I will see if this actually wraps anything. And the problem is, obviously, you're going to get glitter everywhere. Yeah, I'll wrap this little mushroom. I have to admit, I'm like the worst rapper in the world. I cannot wrap things for the life of us. Yeah, I would maybe recommend a softer paper to wrap with, because this is really hard. It's almost like wrapping with card, but it's working. There we go, some underwhelming wrapping paper. That looks like shit. That looks awful. That looks so crap. Oh. No. I don't recommend this. I don't understand what I'm even doing anymore. I'm only up to day 5. And I'm coming up with crap like this. If it had been on brown paper, it would have been fine. But with this paper, it looks shit. It looks really bad. It looks terrible. I wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't be gutted if I got this, but I'd just be kind of a little bit confused. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this. I'd recommend just going and buying some wrapping paper. I clearly don't know how to make wrapping paper, so there we go. This was a wasted video, but yeah. So day 5, wonder what content we're gonna get for the next 20 days. But hopefully you did enjoy that, even though it didn't quite go to plan, it didn't work at all. At least you know what not to do and how to not create wrapping paper. I would recommend just going outside and buying a roll. It'll be so much easier, so much cheaper. But stick around tomorrow, because I've got a tutorial that actually works and something that's pretty decent, so it won't be anything like this, don't worry. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow anyway. Bye.